Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to springtime in the Southern Hemisphere. It is well and truly popping here, and yes, you read it right. It is finally time to transform this property into the beginnings of a commune, because as a lot of you know, for the last year, it's just been me and my dog, Occy. And as much as I've absolutely loved that time and we've spent it starting to build out the property, make improvements and start to get it into my little off-grid dream place. A couple of months ago, I introduced you to Kendall and Glenn and told you that they are planning to move on the property with a tiny house. They have now moved on. They're actually not here for the next few days because they got a gig working away. And I am lucky enough to be babysitting their baby. Hey buddy, everyone, meet Leo. And Occy, as you'll all notice, has had his summer cut very early. And that's because it has been unseasonably hot here. A couple of weeks ago, we were still in winter and it was 31 degrees 3 days in a row, which is absolutely insane. But it just meant it was time for Occy to get his cut early. And let's just say we pretty much cut a whole nother dog out of him. A whole nother Occy. We all know he likes this part. Good as new. Now, before I jump into some jobs, because believe it or not, I'm somehow, after a year, still not ready to have other people live on here. There's a few little things that need doing just to make it all work a little bit better. This is the tiny house site. Glenn and I have already started doing a little bit of work to get it ready for their tiny house. They have ordered it. It is currently about 4 weeks away. So in the meantime, they're going to be living in their 4-wheel drive Nigel. Whilst I'm down here, I just kind of wanted to show you the logistical reasons for choosing this location. For starters, it is a long distance from my house. It's about 80 meters. We've got the outhouse there that doesn't have a door on it, so I might need to fix that. Otherwise, this space is super private for them, and he's gonna have their own little driveway access up here. Hey, Ock? Hopefully this rain doesn't last too long, because I wanted to jump straight into an outdoor project, and this wasn't forecast. I'll see you very soon. It's looking like this rain is going to persist, so let's put the safety boots on and go out to the timber yard and find us some timber and see what we can do whilst we're undercover. Perfect. I swear it hasn't rained here in over 2 weeks that I've been back, and well, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, these are the studs from the old walls inside. I knew I'd be able to reuse them, and my plan is for them to become the legs of a vanity that is going to go with my outside toilet, because at the moment, to wash your hands after using the toilet out there, you have to come inside. Obviously not ideal. I also don't have an indoor bathroom yet, so this I just figure is going to be a really good addition, both for Kendall and Glenn, but also for future guests that are in vans and stuff. And I figured it'll be fun. So that will make up the frame underneath the vanity top. And I actually already picked up the vanity top. Wow, sorry if I was yelling then. I've actually already picked up the vanity top. I got it and a mirror for 190 bucks with the sink and a tap. What a steal. Now, always the fun part, making them look good. Oh. Okay. Now just gonna repeat that a few times. I think that looks very nice indeed. Stoked with how that has come up. And if you're thinking, wow, that is the tallest bathroom vanity I've ever seen, don't worry. I have plans for that. What do you think, Ock? Approve? What about you, young sir? You approve? That's me done for today. Good night. It's pretty windy out there and it doesn't look the best. I promised a mate I'd meet him for a surf this morning nice and early. Unfortunately, this beach we're going to is in a national park. It's the only one, as you can see with the wind, it's the only one that can deal with the wind. So dogs aren't allowed. They're gonna have a sleep in at home and off we go. It's getting worse. Conditions look horrendous. This is lovely.
Hey, bro.
Good man, how are you?
Yeah.
The conditions are so bad that Josh and I are just gonna go out for a coffee. One thing I never really talk about is that after being out at the property for a few days straight, you start to get this kind of feeling of being a little bit isolated. That's why I like to be able to go into town and get supplies, but also catch up with friends. For now, coffee, and then we will get back into it. Finally, some blue sky. Never mind. Bloody hell. You just gotta laugh about it sometimes. While I'm just waiting here for this next lot of rain to pass, I wanted to quickly comment on why I am making this land more communal and not just kind of keeping it to myself, as some people have suggested I do. And a huge part of that is, honestly, I don't think that life in general is meant to be spent on your own. And yes, talking to you all in front of a camera is great, but having people here and having that in-person connection, nothing can beat that. Making it communal and having Kendall and Glenn move on, and hopefully my partner move on down the line as well, is also going to mean that we can have a shared approach to bettering the land here. We can take on roles together, like helping with the veggie garden or building projects. And that goes both ways. When Kendall and Glenn are down there, I can't wait to help them out with their tiny house and really just share the load in general. So that's why I'm so excited to have more people move on. And I can truly only see it being beneficial for my mental health, for their mental health, and you know, if you know me and you've followed me for a while, you'll know that a lot of my decisions in the last few years have all been based towards improving mental health of everyone around me, including myself first. So, do you agree, wise man? Speaking of decisions I've made to improve my mental health, one of the best decisions I made was a little over 3 years ago when I started seeing a therapist. As a lot of you know, I see my therapist through BetterHelp, and whilst we are rained off at the moment, this is the perfect opportunity to thank them for being the paid partner of this video. BetterHelp are on a mission to make starting therapy easier. And for me personally, the reason I started therapy was because 3 years ago, I was in an incredibly difficult time in my life. But now, 3 years on and feeling the strongest mentally I ever have, I continue to see my therapist because they help me make good decisions, recenter, and reflect on just how far I've come. It's hard to describe to you just how good it feels to always have someone in your corner, helping you better understand yourself, develop healthier habits, and learn effective ways to cope. You don't need to have a clinical mental health issue like anxiety or depression to benefit from therapy. To get started with BetterHelp, it's super easy. You simply fill out a questionnaire and you'll be matched with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. You can then do all your therapy sessions from your phone or computer via phone call, video chat, or messaging, whatever feels most comfortable for you. One of the best features of BetterHelp is that if for some reason you don't mesh with the first therapist you match with, you can easily change to another therapist until you find one you really connect with. So let's make today the day. Let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist who can support you, all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/Max and Occy or choose Max and Occy during sign up for a special discount on your first month. Okay, I promise you won't regret it. And now I think the rain's clearing up. Let's try that again. I actually think I've just taken the plastic coating off, which may not be ideal, but now we've got a vanity put in. And the good thing is at least the ground's going to be soft. This is just timber protectant because this will be in the ground. It'll waterproof it and also stop the chance of termites. Easy breezy. 4 post holes ready to go. Hello sunshine, my old friend. And I'm not convinced the good weather's gonna last, so let's just try and get these posts in today. If I can do that and it can be setting and ready for tomorrow, I'll count that as a win right now because it has been very, very touch and go. For reference, a standard bathroom vanity is around 900 tall. So I'm gonna start with that line, 900 at this end. And then I'm gonna use my level to get my line across. So now I have a line to work with. It'll be the top. Ooh, we're close. I think that'll do. Bondcrete. Okay, I'm gonna clamp that and leave it overnight. That came up better than I expected. Kendall and Glenn get here tomorrow night. I think this looks pretty bloody dope. Now this is more like it. Change of pace this morning. Up. Good boy. It's finally time to get rid of this pile because this is going to be where Kendall and Glenn can park up until their tiny house arrives in a few weeks. Ready to go to the tip? Good morning, fella. You just waking up from your little hibernation, huh? Unfortunately, you can't stay here, mate. My reaction to these red belly black snakes that are venomous has changed a lot over the last year because I'm less scared of them after I met someone who told me their cat got bitten by one and survived. Oh! Okay, my reactions are still not 100% controlled. I think this is actually a second one, judging by the way it's still asleep. Hey buddy, don't hate me, but this can no longer be your home. Let's go. There we go. Oh. I will just say though that red belly black snakes are actually really good to have on your property because they keep other venomous snakes away that are a lot worse, like tigers or browns. They're really deadly. There we go. Alright, he's going down. Oh god. Okay. I've lost him. One more item to grab. Lucky nothing involved in that actually matters because it's all going, but I've still got some learning to do on cat, and I made that rope way too long. No damage done, and my back is all good. It's really been so fun essentially having 2 dogs at the moment because a lot of people have asked whether I'd ever have 2 dogs, and for Occy with his 13.5, he's always going to be my #1 man. But having Leo as a proxy second dog is just, I feel like, the perfect mix. Absolute bin chicken nightmare. Oh, that was satisfying. Kinda looks like it wants to rain again, but we're just going to think positive thoughts. Now, before I jump back into doing the vanity plumbing, because I don't really want to just yet, you will have noticed we have more exercise gear going over here, and that has actually been Glenn's influence. Eamon and I have this bit of a fitness challenge going on. This time it incorporates a lot more people. There's all of Eamon's family, there's Beck's family, there's also Craig and Amy from Kinging It, and it's a year challenge leading up to their wedding. But what they don't know is my secret weapon, which is Glenn. And that is because, as well as being just a general handyman, a really good photographer and videographer, Glenn is also a personal trainer, and he is going to get my ass into shape. Eamon ain't going to know what hit him. For the sake of full transparency, here is where we're currently at. Yeah, this is what's going to keep me accountable. So I'm going to be doing another scan in a year's time. Now, it is true, I don't think the main focus should be on the numbers, but rather just feeling good. But it does give me a good baseline to work with, and it'll be really interesting to see how we look in a year's time. I feel like this may be the one time Eamon and I actually stick to a challenge, so we'll see. Let's get this gym organised. Well, even that's got me puffing, but this is just a temporary gym. I have my shed in for approval, and that is going to have a little space for a gym in there. I figure let's do one challenge. I'll do one challenge so we can see how many I can do now and how many I can do in a year. I'm thinking with one of the worst exercises. Let's go chin-ups. Oh, 10. I can barely talk. One of the elements of privacy that I mentioned yesterday that I was going to add has to be postponed a little bit. I was going to put an awning kind of shade cloth that comes down and blocks this wall, but as you can see, I've had some new inhabitants move in here, and I'm going to have to wait for them to move on because there's some young babies in that one. So we'll leave them be. But before I do head back over to the toilet and the vanity, I just want to quickly show you that this bathroom space has actually become quite private on its own. The vegetation around it has done such a brilliant job of filling in and making a really natural privacy screen. Probably should have made this countertop on a bit of an angle. Just excuse me while I tackle my business. Now, for anyone wondering how I'm going to get water supply to the vanity out there and to the tap, it's actually pretty easy. Down in the corner here, you can see this copper line. This is the water supply that does the flush for the toilet. And just for anyone that didn't know, see how there's the half flush, which does the smaller flush in the toilet? Like so. Just a bit of random trivia for you, but it was an Australian who invented the half flush, and it saves a shitload. Saves a shitload of water. I'm just going to be tapping in there with the line going to my sink. Always pays to turn the house water off. And here is the T-piece that'll allow us to go in there. This one's definitely in and this one's in. I'm a little less sure about this, but let's turn the water on and find out, shall we? There's a leak and it's this one, just like I said. See that dripping? It's hard because the copper has no flex. Oh, barely any. Main test. Flush. 3, 2, 1. So I'm talking about. Now some drainage. Oh, you beauty. Whoop whoop. Now, I haven't glued those joins, but as you can see, we're losing light. Have a look at this moon. She's already well and truly up. I'm just going to spend kind of the rest of the evening getting everything cleaned up in here so it's not a mess when the guys get here. But I wanted to show you something that is finally done. My first ever dishwasher load in this house. 8 years in the making. And now we wait. Hey Leo, are you happy now? Hey? You happy? Two of the other founding members of the commune are back.
We're back!
Everyone, if you haven't seen before, Glenn, Kendall. I'd love to just round out this video, and I'd love to round it out with getting a door built on the toilet. Bit more privacy for everyone, but not ruining the view. So I think Glenn's going to help with that, and Kendall, you got more work to be doing, I guess.
You know, it's all part of the creator commune, so...
Yeah, that's just life here at the property now, which I love. Let's see if we can make this a reality, hopefully in like less than 2 hours would be great. And whilst we're doing this, Wally is doing the heavy lifting over there. I'm thinking height-wise, even with the door closed, you want to be able to see over it. These palings actually are the fence palings I picked up for less than $1 a paling, and I use them also for the veggie garden.
That's perfect.
The efficiency of us both doing it at the same time, unbelievable. Leo ain't quite so chill, are you, buddy? Around Wally. He's not your enemy. Done. Last one.
Beautiful.
Timber came up great.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Lake?
Yeah, I love everyone.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
What do you think?
What do you think, mate?
Oh, you love it!
Oh my god. Whoa!
Nice. Here we go. If I was someone to walk around the corner, I can only see you from there.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, great.
Perfect.
Alright, this will be the moment of truth.
No, just
Nice
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wow!
That looks legit.
No, that's perfect.
That looks
Good
so
job,
good.
Wow! Good job, guys. Yeah, I helped a lot.
Hey. Oh, Wally, buddy, give it a rest over here. I'm gonna send him home.
Start recharging.
See ya, mate. He's going home, Leo.
Yeah, leave it be. He's going to bed.
He's literally trying to go home. Good night, Wally.
Start charging.
Oh no.
We're almost there.
In my head, we were done. I'm pretty much done with the video. I was like, woohoo, we're ready to surf in the morning, and that's what happens. Woo! And that's solid. All right, let's see it. Oh, she's gone light. You can have another go because you were just getting the weight there.
Yeah, I had to figure it out.
Here we go.
Oh!
Come on!
Oh, thanks.
Yes. These are the kind of results you can now expect on the property, and thank you all so much for watching. I wasn't really expecting this video to be mainly about building out the toilet. I'm still undecided whether to call it starting a commune or just pimping out my poop with a view. I can't wait for you to get to know these guys better and for us all just to share. That's it for this one, and see you later, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
See you, buddy. Say see you, buddy. And we'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, be kind to yourself and be kind to one another. Bye, guys. Just going to the shitter, doll. Gotta go use the dunny. Just gonna go sit on the can. Get there. Oh my god. Trying to drop the kids off at the pool. Oh!
We used to say do some paperwork.
Alright. Just gonna go do some paperwork. Oh, that's too hard. Hey!